All right team, in this video, I'm going to give you a plan that you can use post-game or training to speed up your recovery and make sure you're ready for your next game. Coming up. Welcome everyone, my name's Elliot from Playaway Global, where our mission is to educate, inspire and support players and coaches from around the world. Now in this video, I'm going to talk to you about a recovery plan that you can use after your games or your training to make sure that you fully recover and you're ready to perform for your next match or training session. If you've ever felt sore after a game, maybe you've got achy legs the next day or you find it really hard to get up or sit down on the couch, then this video is for you. Make sure you watch to the end of the video where we tell you how you can get your hands on this list and print one out to keep in your bag or put on your wall. Make sure you work through this plan. So today I'm going to take you through what is called the 100-point recovery plan. And I'm going to show you how you can implement that into your post-game routine to help speed up your recovery. So let's start by talking about why recovery is important. Now we know that in season a player's schedule is pretty jam-packed with back-to-back training sessions or games just around the corner. So it's important that you give your body as much help as possible to recover, which in turn then allows you to be able to perform at your maximum. We also know that a recovery plan helps to reduce the risk of injury, and a consistent recovery plan also helps to reduce the accumulative feeling of fatigue that you will experience throughout the season. So all in all, it's pretty good at making you feel better. So what is the 100-point plan? Well, simply put, it's a list of activities, each with its own value score. You then have to perform enough of these activities post-game to score 100 points. So these activities are then split into 3 categories. We've got category A, which are your non-negotiables. These are the ones you have to do. We've got category B, and this is a list of activities that you can choose what to do to top up your score. And then we've got category C, and these are activities that you can do just before going to bed. So let's dive into category A. These are your non-negotiable, your big hitters, and where you're going to score most of your points. So top of the list, we've got sleep for 35 points. Now this is the most important one. You want to try and get yourself at least 8 or 9 hours sleep the night after a game. Your body does its best recovery work when you are sleeping. Okay, next on the list, we've got nutrition for 35 points. Now playing 90 minutes or having a grueling training session really uses up a lot of energy stores and it does a lot of damage to your muscle tissue. So it's really important that you replenish this ASAP, and the experts say that within 30 minutes you should try and consume some carbohydrates and protein. And former Man City head of sports science Sam Erif suggests a chocolate milk to do just that. Also, no doubt if you've been working hard, you've probably been sweating a lot as well, so you've lost a lot of water from your body, a lot of fluid, so you need to try and replace that ASAP. Again, experts recommend that you consume 150% of the weight that you lost during the game. So for example, if you lost 2 kilos from the game, you should try and consume 3 litres of water. And for the last non-negotiable, we've got cold water immersion or ice baths. Now this scores you 10 points. Ideally, if possible, you should try and fully submerge yourself in your ice bath, but obviously that's not always possible depending on your setup. But try and give yourself 10 minutes in that water to get the full benefits from it. So now that we covered the 3 non-negotiables, let's dive into category B. And this is where we've got our list of activities where you can pick what you want to do to top up your score to get you to the 100 points. So top of the list, we've got flexibility for 10 points. Now, you want to spend about 10 minutes working on stretching and flexibility work on the muscles that you've used during the game, so pretty much your whole body. Next on the list, we've got skins for 10 points. Now this is essentially compression wear. There's a lot of leading brands that do their own variations of this, but you want to put on your leggings or your shorts and try and wear them for 24 hours post-game. There's been some research done to show that that really helps improve your recovery from the session. Next up, we've got active recoveries, and that's for 10 points. Now this is things like a cycle, maybe a swim or a water walk. Whatever it is you choose to do, you've got to make sure that you keep the exertion level quite low. So from your RPE, you want it to be about a 5 or less. And for those of you that don't know what an RPE is, it's a way of kind of rating how hard you've worked in your session, 10 being the hardest you've ever worked, and 1 being an easy session for you. You want to keep your active recovery from 5 and under. Finally, in category B, you've got massage, again for 10 points. So you're not looking for a full-blown deep tissue massage here, rather just 10 minutes gentle working through, helping flush out those toxins and to reduce the inflammation in the muscles. Finally, we have category C. Now these are the activities that you do before going to bed. And again, you have the freedom to choose which activity it is that you want to do, topping your points up to 100 points. So top of the list, we've got listen to some music for 5 points. Now, going down your local nightclub and raving it up doesn't count as listening to music. It's more about finding some music that relaxes you, that you can listen to before going to bed and going to sleep. Next up, we've got breathing or meditating for 10 points. Now you want to spend around 10 minutes here just relaxing the mind and relaxing the body. Now let me know in the comments below if you've tried meditation. Next up, we've got watching your favorite TV show or reading a book for 5 points. Now I'm sure there'll be a lot of people in the comments below saying that watching TV doesn't relax your mind or your body and it actually wakes you up and you shouldn't be doing that before going to bed. I have to say I tend to agree with you, but that's not what this is about. This is more about finding something that just relaxes you and calms you down, and you want to spend around 20 minutes doing this. And then finally on the list, we've got playing cards or playing a board game for 5 points. Now, if your house is anything like mine, with how competitive everyone is, this definitely isn't going to be a stress-free situation, so maybe skip this one. It's important to note that a big part of the enjoyment for a footballer is after the game in the clubhouse, socialising with their teammates and their friends and having a beer. Now, I'm not against that. I think it's actually quite important to be able to socialise with your teammates and be able to connect to them outside of football, and having a beer helps to be able to do that. But you need to remember the negative effects that drinking alcohol does have on your body. So for every drink that you have, it's minus 25 points, which is fine. It just means you need to do some extra work elsewhere to bring those points back up. So I hope you enjoyed this video and you found it useful. I hope it gave you some ideas and some guidance on how you can implement this into your post-training session or post-games to aid with your recovery. Now, don't forget to check out below. We've got a download for you so you can print out this list. You can put it in your bag, you can put it up on your wall. Make sure you work through that after every game. Let me know in the comments below which activity you're going to prioritize, or if you think we could add any more to our list, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Most players' schedules are pretty jam-packed. Just a motorbike going by.